Alright.
That chip of yours? I wouldn't wager it on blackjack. Unless the dealer has a 5 or 6 showing.
Okay.
He was dead when I got there.
Tell me about the Brotherhood of Steel.
It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know?
What's their purpose?
Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission.
How did you get to be a member?
More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No, actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents, so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that.
Okay. What do you do for them?
I'm a procurement specialist. Like I said, it's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology. The elder who brought us to the Mojave, Father Elijah, usually had me looking for these old memory units, but he'd never tell me what they were for. Nowadays, I'm usually sent to do business with traders at places like the 188, but sometimes I think it's just to keep me out of everyone's hair.
Do you like being a member?
I know sometimes I sound like I don't. I know. But there's something that still rings true to me about our code. There's an honor to it. We're protecting people. Even if it's from themselves, it's a good cause. We just lose sight of the big picture sometimes. Treat all our practices with the same sacredness.
What's the codex?
Ah, the codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms.
Does the Brotherhood protect people from raiders or other threats?
No. We only protect people from themselves, and only in the sense that we don't let them have the really good pre-war toys. And sometimes it's more like we protect ourselves from them and hope to outlive them and become humanity's sole heirs. We've had people go rogue, though, and start helping people. One chapter had a small civil war over it. We take our isolationism seriously.
That's y'all's downfall, honestly. Who is Father Elijah?
He was our elder when we came east. A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. Learned a lot from him. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. The Brotherhood's interest is in old technology. He wanted to explore developing new tech. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east.
Why is the Brotherhood interested in Nevada?
It was a dam, really. We'd heard rumors it was working. Figured we could claim it, put it to use. And it may also have been partly that our elder at the time had worn out his welcome. Didn't end up mattering. We got sidetracked at Helios 1, and the NCR took the dam in the meantime. We're still after it, though. In theory.
How do you feel about the other members?
I called them family before. That's not far off. Both the good and the bad. It's like a big, unending family reunion in that bunker. There's people you love, people you'll never speak to again, and it's always awkward when you run into someone you used to date.
Alright. Who's Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew, anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagined a grandfather to be.
Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow, watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years, he fought with the council, taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How's that different from how the other elders would have acted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Ever try to talk some sense to them?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
How's that different? What did you learn from him?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, it was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Were you close?
Yeah. I miss him.
Show that. Where's he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until it could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What was in the note?
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it... I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
Oh, And he's still alive? Okay, let's get moving.
Do you need something? Did you see that? Do you have a minute? I have something I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, what's going on?
I told you when we first started traveling together that it wouldn't be for very long. But I'm having so much fun with you. And you've become very special to me. I think of you as a friend, as a best friend actually. And I don't want to leave you or the Mojave. So, what do you say? Should we make it official? Shall I stay and keep following you around?
Hell yeah! You've been with me since like day one.
Great! We'll be best friends forever.
Come on. Your leg?
Would you look at it for me? I don't think it's healing right. It's still bothering me a lot.
Sure. You examine Willow's leg and see that the wound was never cleaned properly. You clean the wound of debris and use antibiotics to clear up the infection. Willow should no longer experience any discomfort. That should do it.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Hey, you want to talk about your unarmed training?
You know how you've been helping me to learn to fight better with my fists? Well, I think I'm good enough to do it for real now. And look what I've been saving to use someday. So I can fight now anytime with them. Pretty exciting, huh?
Great.
Oh, if you ever want to borrow beauty from me, feel free, because I can use these. And I've been thinking about it. You know, now that I'm trained to fight up close, I think I could handle a knife or something like that.
Okay. Then we're best friends. Do we have some things to talk about?
Yes, absolutely.
You mentioned that you have a collection. What do you collect?
When I scavenge for stuff to sell, I look for special little things that I might like to keep. I have a collection of those things. I haven't shown them to you because, well, a girl likes to have some privacy. And besides, not everyone I've traveled with has understood.
What haven't they understood?
That it's fun to find pretty or interesting things and keep them. And a couple of the people I've traveled with have made fun of me
That's
for
my
it.
nigga Joshua Graham. We did the story. I didn't get the last part of the video because it like lagged and stuff, it glitched. But yeah, I chose his option, and he's in the squad. You already know, the Burn Man. We did it. I don't collect anyway, but why would I make fun of you for doing it?
You don't keep anything? You don't even keep things like the glasses your favorite grandmother wore? Or maybe the outfit you wore during a significant event? Or a cigarette lighter that somebody gave you? Nothing?
I mean, kind of, but not a lot of stuff. Not really.
Interesting.
All right, are we gonna celebrate?
Yes, you do. So, the first present is, I made you a sweet roll to celebrate. But I'd also like to do something for you from now on, as your friend. I can cook for you, you know? Anything you want. You'll need to bring the ingredients, but I'll do the rest. What do you think?
That's great. I'm glad we're friends.
Maybe one day we'll be more than friends.
Whoa. Kind of got a wife, you know what I'm saying? Sonya, like, she's kind of right here. she'll beat your ass, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's go. Whoa.
I'm glad you found me that day.
Stop, bro. Stop. I can't control it, yo. I can't control it. Yo, chill. Bro, I should motherfucking...
Oh.
Whoa.
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind. I suggest you turn back. There's nothing good waiting for you further on.
What makes this a dangerous place?
You must have heard her radio broadcasts. Though why a human would follow her invitation here is beyond me, unless you didn't listen very closely. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha, the supreme commander of Black Mountain, or as she calls it, the state of Utopatha. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago. The super mutants here do whatever she says, and she says humans are to be killed on sight.
How did Tabitha end up in control?
For years, Black Mountain was a peaceful community. Its leader, Marcus, broadcast an invitation to mutants throughout the wasteland. That's how I found Black Mountain. So did others, most of them second-generation mutants. Marcus welcomed everyone. That was his mistake. The community ended up being mostly second-gen, not very bright, but easy to influence. Fine until the Nightkin came along, led by Tabitha. In a week, she had most of the second-gens thinking she was some kind of prophet, and that she should be broadcasting her truth, not Marcus. Marcus saw what was coming and decided to leave before things got out of hand. He smashed the radio and left to found Jacobstown.
You say Marcus smashed the radio? Not very well, apparently.
There's a sad story behind that. Marcus smashed it just fine, but while we were gone, some ghoul named Raoul came along. Tabitha turned him into her personal mechanic. Slave, really. See, if I'd been standing down here, I could have warned him before it was too late.
Why are you here instead of Jacobstown?
Marcus sent me here a couple of months ago to check on Black Mountain. I suppose you could say I came here as a spy. But with no signs of Tabitha's weakening and none of the second gens ready to revolt or to come to Jacobstown, there wasn't much I could do. Down here, on the other hand, I've saved a dozen mutants from heading up the mountain. It's not much, but it's something. I have my own reasons to stay away from Jacobstown for a while. Reasons we won't be discussing. So I've stayed here.
You seem friendly for a mutant.
Keep saying things like that and I won't be so friendly. Not every super mutant is a brain-damaged brute. Many of us are just as intelligent as basic humans, and the rest don't really have any choice in the matter, do they?
I didn't mean no offense, just saying.
And none taken, since you apologized.
Alright. Well, it sounds like you had enough of Tabitha. What if you had some help?
Help would improve the odds. Help might just make the difference. All right, if you're good enough at what you do to meet me in the village up near the peak, we can talk further.
Goddamn.
I'll have a plan by the time I see you, if I see you. Good luck. It's gonna be a lot harder for you to get up there than it will be for me.
Go, go, go. What I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's keep moving.
Over here.
Oh shit, that's a lot of them. Uh-huh. Oh, cool. Oh! Veronica going off! Nah. I'm standing. Are we good? We're no dum-dums. You the stupid, not us. We's taking over. Fuck out of here. Go, go, go. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
A pleasant surprise to see you made it. I'm ready to get started if you are.
Let's do it.
Here's the plan. The gate to Tabitha's compound is guarded by several Nightkin, all of them using devices that make them invisible. I'm going to draw them away from the gate by telling them I spotted an intruder in the village. Then you slip in.
That's your plan? I am an intruder in your village.
Yes. So try to stay out of sight, because they'll be coming this way.
That's no go. Shit. Well, not like it mattered anyway.
I've got you now.
Ah! Ah! Give me that shit. Let's check the robot. The robot lies in there on the table, giving no indication of having working recently or ever. An inflate of part of the surface is scratched and mostly faded, but you can still make out the faint word Rhonda. You quickly ascertain that the robot's current AI state is set to hibernate, likely a self-defense mechanism. After the unit suffered catastrophic damage, whoever repaired it probably didn't know how to reset its AI. After flipping the right switch, the robot jumps to life.
Hello. Could you please direct me to Mistress Tabitha?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. My internal clock says it's been 6 years, 52 days, 40 minutes, and 13 seconds since I last spoke to her. I hope she hasn't gotten lonely.
Alright, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Rhonda? Is that you?
It is, Mistress Tabitha. How I missed you so. This stranger here fixed me up right as rain. Is he a friend of yours?
What the fuck?
I don't know how to thank you for bringing Rhonda back to me, stranger. Here, take this. I won't be needing it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just such a shock to see Rhonda up and about again. I'm not sure what to do now.
Mistress Tabitha, we should be heading off. Our journey has been much delayed, but we can catch up if we hurry. Come on now.
Yes, Rhonda.
And just like that. Vannesa can now play guitar, as long as the guitar is in the inventory, of course. What the menu plays? Let's go! Let's go!
We rule!
Your guitar's back!
Of course. Thank you so much.
That's what's up. Alright.
Took you long enough, so can I go now?
Who are you?
Name's Raul. Raul Alfonso Tejada. I'm the mechanic around here.
Really? Then why does the jumpsuit say Miguel?
Probably because it used to be Miguel's. Whoever he was. How about if you let me go, huh, boss?
Yeah, enjoy your freedom, man.
Alrighty then. I'll just head out. Alone. By myself. Into the dangerous waste.
you want to tag along me?
Anything's better than staying here. Let's
Alright,
go.
bro, you could just fucking ask. You dumb as fucking.
If we run, we might still catch Benny. Well, you might.
Why are you picking
I'll
your
just
nose?
be wheezing along behind you.
Nigga, I already got Benny. Tell me about yourself, Raul.
Sure, boss. What do you want to know?
Who are you?
You forget about me already, boss? You sure you didn't take a blow to the head or something?
Who
My
are
name
you?
is Raul Alfonso Tejada.
Okay. Anything else?
Boss, usually when somebody gives you a name and nothing else, it's because that's all they want to give you.
How can I make the best use of your skills?
I'm not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin. But my knees aren't so good anymore.
I don't believe that. You must have some skills.
That's nice of you to say, boss. But I'm an old man. Not much use to anybody anymore. Time was. I was a pretty good shot with a pistol. I guess I'm still half decent. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't have the supplies for a real repair job. But I can keep your gear working longer.
Lots of older people are still useful to their friends and communities.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me, if we find them, because I've never met one.
Okay. Where you from?
I was born just outside Mexico City. My family had a little ranch there.
How old are you?
Old enough to know better, boss. Old enough to know better.
How'd you end up in Black Mountain?
Well, boss, when a giant, insane super mutant asks you to stay put, you do what you're told. Well, maybe you don't. But I'm just a broke-down old man.
But how did Tabitha find you in the first place?
It's stupid, boss. I used to listen to the radio broadcast, just to pass the time. Well, one day the signal stopped, so I figured I'd try to find a transmitter. I'm a pretty good repairman. Or I was before my eyes started to go. Anyway, I found Black Mountain and offered my services. But Tabitha decided I was useful enough to keep around permanently.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
I'm gonna need y'all to get the fuck out of my way. Thank you.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here. And I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the second level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Alright, bro.
When you first came here, I'll admit, I didn't know what to expect. But after giving the matter some thought, I believe an outsider would be of great help to us. I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be granted access to leave this complex. There is much the Brotherhood can offer. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
I mean, I guess.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, you being one of the very few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or to retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing. Up until now, we haven't disclosed this information. I need you to find out what's happened with those 3 patrols.
I bet.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape. These holotapes had information regarding their mission, and you can use these to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but the position should show on your map once you reach the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring me each of the holotapes from all 3 patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of our equipment. You still won't be able to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful for you.
I hope you've been practicing your drills. It's dangerous. So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter. I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Sure.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. Many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations, and all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
What about Veronica? She seems to come and go as she pleases.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well, and all in the name of security, which is why we need to replace him.
Have you tried bringing this up to the Elder yourself?
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced.
I suppose you nominate yourself.
I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any two others here put together.
Okay.
I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me. I would put this chapter back on the right path, if I could just assume leadership.
And how do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
What do I get out of helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. When that happens, it will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
Nah, not really, bruh.
I half expected you to say that. In which case, I'll continue to pursue the matter on my own. Should you continue dealing with the Elder and find yourself beginning to see my point of view, I'll be around.
So this is home, huh? I can see why you like to get out.
I think someone stole my sweet roll.
Hello there. You must be the outsider everyone is talking about. I'm Linda Schuler. If you ever need medical attention, come by our facility.
This is my friend Delilah. We were hoping you could show her a thing or two about medicine. I hope you're not suggesting I teach her. I can install a few upgrades to your bunker dock machine over there, if you could reconsider. Well now, that would be fair trade. Consider it done.
And with a little squeeze, the venom should be neutralized.
Yeah.
Wow.
Linda Scroller has shown Delilah how to treat poison. Now she can treat poison.
And with a little squeeze, the venom should be neutralized. Wow. Thanks, Linda.
Your arm is still broken. He got my way. Yo.
What's up?
The medical training is coming along nicely.
You can say that again. I've really come a long way. Thank you so much for all your help. I sure feel like a doctor now.
Delilah has given you the Mojave MD perk. Her advanced medical training allow her to help you better in combat. You will now be able to see your enemy's health as well as an additional 3% chance to hit. Ooh. You still don't exactly look like a doctor.
I know, I need a lab coat. I'd really like one from the followers. Do you think they would just give me one?
You probably have to join up with them.
I figured it would be something like that. What do you think? Should I join them? They seem to be doing a lot of good for the Mojave.
They're not that bad. Yeah, you should join them.
In that case, can we stop by the old Mormon fort when we get a chance? I'd really like to talk to Julie about signing up.
Of course, I got you.
Thanks, I can't wait. Sure thing, buddy. Just... what's up? Aw, gee, do you...
Okay, I'm gonna go... Okay, alright now. Ew. Ah. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. RP to the realist.
Unauthorized facial pattern. Second floor access restricted to registered employees.
4F 76 65 72 72 69 64 65 20 33 32.
Override accepted.
Your bitch ass up.
How may I serve you, Master?
Hey, get the fuck out of my way, bro. You see how I might just kill him.
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Ice cream.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
You too, man. Oh.
Unauthorized facial pattern. Second floor access restricted to registered employees.
Kill them all.
Over here.
Oh, fucking problem. Ah. Fuck out of here. Come on.
Hold it right there! Don't you move! How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
Simple enough. Hold on. I didn't run through all that artillery to hear your stupid questions.
Are you even human? Some kind of mutant? Move a muscle now, and I'll blow you to pieces.
You really think I'm scared of a bitch ass nigga like you? You gonna need more than that to kill me.
Watch your mouth, savage. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master at Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
What's a master at arms?
I oversee the security of the Nellis homeland, from the coordination of the defenses to the training and fitness of its population.
Alright.
Follow close and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child.
I can't see
Took
shit.
you a sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
You want me to help you, right? Right. How am I help? How am I help?
So many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see.
How can we trust each other if you're going to be keeping secrets?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis.
Where do I start?
You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
Alright, man. Alright, y'all. We're about to end the stream.